everyone, and welcome once again to the Rancher and Stilettos presents Cocktails and Conversations. Today, my guest is Lawana Durisseau Johnson. She is a really great friend of mine. She is an avid reader, and she absolutely loves the Rancher and Stilettos. In fact, Lawana got a chance to read the very first book. She was my beta reader. She was the one who got the access to the first copy, and she shredded me to pieces. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You did. You did. But no. In a good way. In a good way. But that was your job, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember some of the things you came at me with on the first book?
Yes. About being in the room that Zay was visiting the girls, and then she said she's going to get her Uber. Next thing I know, Zay was still there. I'm like, okay.
Okay, so there was some continuity things, right?
Yes,
okay, so that was really a big help, though.
Yes.
Because it got me to thinking if you as a reader would recognize that there was some continuity issues and it wasn't flowing the way that it should, that I would, that would be a problem for other readers. So I really appreciate that. And I just appreciate the fact that you were so invested in the characters that you basically gave me grief for the whole period of time that I was working on the story.
No, Miss Marsha, I did not. I felt honored that you asked me to read it because that's your baby. You asked me to read it, so that was an honor. And I know it's like a beta read is like a job, so I had to be honest. I had to tell you the truth about, okay, Marsha and it's in your head that she left, but how do I know she left? And I'm a visual. When I read books, I'm visual. I actually give the people a face and know what they look like. So I'm actually visualizing what is going on. So when something don't flow, I'm like, that don't sound right. I got to go back and read it again and like, nah, something's missing right here. Sometimes it can be just a word or something, and it's something just a quick fix.
And as a first-time writer, that was invaluable for me. Okay. And I've always loved you, but it made me love you even more, even though you were a little harsh on me sometimes. I remember, and I quote, my character, Nash, my ranch hand needed a woman.
Well, that was like in the second book. He just our business too much. He your business too much.
Again, you mean in Zayd's business.
Well, he was in Zayd's business too much, and he was always giving Zayd advice, which I feel like that's a good, thing to have a good friend like that.
Right.
But it's like, where's the woman at?
Right.
He ain't got no woman. That book one was fine. But we got book two, it's like, he ain't got no girlfriend. He ain't went on no date. Zayd getting it all. She got too many. Nash ain't got nobody.
Right.
Charmaine even get somebody. Everybody got somebody Nash. Nash and the horses. So I feel like Nash needs a woman. And I just suggested that he has a woman. And I don't know, you said earlier you appreciate everything, but I don't know.
I thought it was a little harsh. No. It was a little harsh because I think I even had people to say, is Nash gay?
Yes.
And that
kind of upset me.
I know.
Because I ain't never thought that. I thought he just loved Zayd too much.
He loved Zayd, but at the same time, why can't a guy be that close to a girl with just having, platonic feelings for them? Now, that's not to say that he doesn't recognize she's an attractive woman, absolutely. But they've known each other all their lives. They kind of grew up like brother and sister. I just thought it was kind of weird that some people took that stance.
And I guess that's kind of upset me too. Maybe want to get a woman more.
You know what? Okay, so to remedy that situation, I was able to find a woman for Nash.
Yes, I suggested Linda, Lisa, any name that starts with an L.
So I decided to name the girlfriend for Nash Lawana. So Lawana actually has a cameo in the book. Yay! In 2 books, actually.
Yes, I do.
But it was fun. It was fun to kind of write you in. And not only that, it was a really funny part of the book because, you come into the story. This is really after we lay the foundation of all the other characters in the first book. Your character enters in the second book. And you're just like any woman who's going to meet somebody that you're dating's family.
Yes.
And your character is really nervous, but you win the dreamers over, right? And the way you do that is the way you do with all of us. Tea cakes.
So crazy.
Yay!
And see, I could have been a Lawana, but when you put the tea cakes in the box, that just made it for sure. I could have been in the Lawana.
Oh, no, that's your signature. That is your signature. The tea cakes in the pretty decorative box.
Yes.
Yes, and the girls fell in love with you.
Yes.
Which I don't know if you recall what Nash says to you after the girls, they kind of take you through the ringer, and you kind of come out like all disheveled and like, oh my God, this is a serious. These are his friends. They love him. He loves them. And he says to you, oh, he already knew that, you're like, I think, your character was like, I think,
yes,
I think they might like me. And he was telling you, they would have already put you out if, they weren't feeling you as somebody that was cool.
There's pretty much, because when you read your name actually in the book, it makes it funny. It's just hilarious when you actually see your name in print and you're like, okay. And do you see the things that the author have you do? The author have you doing different things.
We need a toast on that.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yes, cheers. Okay.
But it was an honor, even though I did suggest Lisa, Linda, any name start with an L.
That wasn't gonna work.
And you know what? Those other dreamers, they kind of turned on me, the real live ones. Because I try to get them to be on my side, and they wouldn't go against you. It's like,
no,
we the book side, and I was making suggestions to them and say, what y'all think, and this and that, instead of it.
Yeah, because they know, they're not gonna go against that.
Yeah, because I know what your character was gonna do to them with that pen. You know how you gonna write them with that pen, so they didn't say you on your own, girl.
They would never go against their girl. They love me too much,
and they didn't.
No,
they let me just hang out there by myself.
I know, but you had a good part. You really do.
And two, but let's get to book 3.
Okay, well, let's actually book 2. Let me just kind of go back to book 1 and say, from just the beginning of the book, understanding the characters, I know you found it to be funny because we would laugh, at different parts of the book. But did you feel, how the book ends?
Girl, let's don't talk about them horses. Let's don't talk about them horses in the end of book 1. Because we're about to fall out. We're about to fall out like them horses, honey. Because I went and picked the book up because I did read book 1, became book 2. So I kind of remember book 1. I said, well, I thought there was 3 horses and 3 people. Book 2 had 2 horses with 3 people, and 2 people the same horse. And she looked back, I'm like, this don't sound right. So I got book 1 and looked at the last line. I said,
and again, a continuity issue.
But you, girl, but the way you came at me behind them horses, honey. I say, Marsha, no.
I was defending my story.
I said, Marsha, I don't care. They go 3 horses in 1. Okay. They can be on 3 horses in 2.
And you know what?
You changed it.
I changed it.
Oh, yeah, because it floated.
I changed it because I believe in you, Lawana. I appreciated it. I really did.
I didn't want to put you out there like that.
I know.
Yeah, I somebody else to come and say, girl, did you read that book? And she left them. I thought people was on 3 horses. Then she looked back and you're like,
and there are times when you're writing the story and you're thinking, so it flows on one level and nobody's going to pay attention to those kind of details, but that's not true. That's not true. You caught literally every single one of them. And again, because you're visual, like you said, you want to see that continuity throughout all the pages.
Yes, because that's one thing authors have to know, that when you write a book, it might be in your mind, but you got to put it on paper. If you have someone leave a room and someone do something, you need to put it on the paper.
Right.
Because the reader loses it and they have to make you go back and like, well, did I miss something? I didn't see that. Okay. She said he was there and he wasn't. She said he did this and he didn't. So it's best to have it flowing. So that's good. But yours was good though. You did real good on yours. For the first time, for you to do your first time, I think you did. You did really, really good. You did real good.
One of the things that I also noticed is that you were not disappointed at how each book ended, But even down to the third book, I kind of feel like you were wanting more, looking for something different. And the first book ended on like a cliffhanger. So I had to write the second one. And the second book really could have stood on its own, but it was kind of a back by popular demand thing that I wrote the third book.
Well, authors have to realize that we invest ourselves in characters. We like the characters, like to see what
I'm
do.
learning, definitely.
Yeah, because like I'm sure you heard people say, well, what's Charmaine's story? Is she gonna get her own book? Is Peyton gonna get her own book of this person? Because we want to know what each person is doing.
Right.
So we want to know, okay, Zay, she's young. She's 30?
Yeah.
Okay, she got more life in her, so she's gonna do something else.
Yeah, and who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, because people like to see. That's what's good, and that says a lot when people ask you for more.
Right.
I mean, they really like your books.
Right. And it does make me feel good. And one of the things that I appreciate the feedback, especially the honest feedback and I know that you're telling me, even if I go ouchie, that hurts me a little bit. I still need to hear that. And you're definitely not a yes person. If it's something that you think I really need to hear, you're going to tell me. So talk to me about the characters. I want to know of the dreamers. Who's your favorite dreamer?
I like Zay, but I like Charmaine.
Yeah, and
Charmaine's funny.
Charmaine
don't care, girl. She tickles me. She don't care. She say anything, do anything.
Yeah.
The other girls are like laid back. That's why they wasn't helping in the business. That's made them mad in the first place. Anyway, they wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah.
You and Charmaine was always traveling. You and Charmaine did everything, and the other girls just sat back and got a check.
Well, and technically they didn't get a check until the third book. I'm just saying, they weren't looking for money. They weren't being greedy or anything like that. It just turned out that it wasn't their cup of tea, and as the story progresses, obviously, she finds that out. But the core group, the girlfriends, what do you feel about them?
I like Zay and Charmaine's friendship. I don't want to give other people that read the book about. But I guess that's true that friends do get into it and disagree and stuff. So it's really realistic.
Right.
You might not want to see it in a book that you read, but that is realistic. But that doggone Zay, honey, all these men, child.
Oh, wait a minute.
She collect a man every book.
No, wait a minute. I mean, it's a romance novel. Okay. So
how many got a romance though?
Yeah, you know what? It's not, it's life. She happens to meet people. If she's interested in them, she just becomes friends with them. And if they like her, she spends maybe a little more time with them. So
and she believes in recycling too.
What do you mean?
Right. That's called recycling. When you go back to the past, that's like recycling.
Oh my God. Okay. I'll remember that. That's cool.
But I liked him and I didn't like him.
Why'd you like him?
Because they loved him. She did love him one time. He used to make her heart beat. She hide under this and doing everything. But I think by her liking so much, that's why it hurts so much. Yeah. That's the only thing. When you really love someone a lot, it hurts more when they disappoint you. And Corey, he was too, I don't know. I liked him, but he just spreading his money around and doing stuff. I don't think he wined and dined her and did everything for her, but he needed a little more. He could have took a little bit of Corey and a little bit of Lane and a whole lot of Camilla. You have a perfect man. Okay. That could be the next book.
But I'm in defense of Lane, okay? Lane was her friend. Yeah. If you'll remember, in book 2, she has her business running, everything's going well in Paris. And there's some folks coming in to kind of sabotage.
Oh, yeah, them twins.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, that could be in another book too. We didn't know what happened to them twins.
Okay, the twins got sent home. Okay, they got sent packing.
I like the twins.
But they were coming at Zayd, right? And Corey is the reason that they met, and he kind of helped resolve that problem. But they wouldn't have known about it if it hadn't been for Lane, because Lane shows up at the boutique. And she tried to one of the sisters does hit on him.
Pillow talking.
Yeah, and so he goes right back to Zayd to tell her, you can't trust these people. Who are these people that you're around? And he's really concerned that she's surrounding herself with people that aren't safe for her. And he's very concerned about that.
Okay, but like you said, Lane told her, even though Corey was the one that saved the day and did what he did, Lane was the one that came back and told.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But
Yeah.
but Corey could not have known that. He wouldn't have had an opportunity.
Yeah.
Lane could have basically just sat on that information, but he really did care about her.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's a good guy. Now he's at a different place in his life and he's recycling himself. He's looking at Zayd, like, he's looking to reconnect, but he's always kind of looking to reconnect. But without mentioning it, there is another element in his life that, is forcing him to think about settling down, to really, having that anchor in that great relationship. I think it was just too little too late.
I don't never think it's too late. As long as you
for Lane?
No, I don't think so. You never know. You can realize these people young.
Yeah, I get it.
They might be in their 60s or something.
But Lane is also dealing with his own personal things right now, and he doesn't, he's not aware that the hurt that he's caused her makes it difficult for her to trust him anymore. And she really wants to just move on. She wants to release all of those relationships that are no longer serving her.
So what was up with her when they hooked up the time when she came to town?
That was book one. That was a long time ago.
They only got 3 books.
Okay, but even still,
So they hooked up in book 1. He was in book 2. He's in book 3. He's still around.
He is still around.
Okay, so I'm saying.
But there is resolution now. Okay, and for everybody that gets a chance to read, and please start book 1 immediately.
Yes, do book 1.
Yeah, and you get a chance to be introduced to Lane and understand why everybody, he's just kind of that toxic person that everybody has to talk about. And I think we do see the good in him, but at the same time, we love Zayd. Zayd is our girl. We don't want anybody mistreating her. So that's that.
Okay.
So again, book 1, 2, 3, which one is your favorite?
I like all of them because they're all different. Because I could tell as Zayd and also as you as the writer, how you have evolved in each one.
Thank you.
I was like, Marsha, I'm so proud of you. I could tell the difference from me telling you about something in book 1 to book 2 to book 3.
So I learned my lesson.
Yeah, because you had to get the hang of it,
right.
Because you had done your other book, the poems, the poetry, poetry. So this is your first actual novel that you got to put all the stuff into the scenes and the people and what they have on and where they're going to be. That's a lot, and I'm proud of you because when you said you was going to do it, I'm like, oh, she's gonna write.
I was just about to say, do you remember when I told you I'm gonna write a book and I'm gonna do it during COVID because we've got this pause. And you were like, okay. And the next thing you know, I'm going to publishing.
And I tell all these other people out there saying, honey, Marsha, because everybody know you now. Marsha. I say, my friend Marsha, I say, she said she's gonna do this and she done it. And she said she's gonna write her book. I said, she done wrote 3 books and some people ain't wrote 1.
Right.
They keep saying they're gonna do it. So you had your passion, you put your mind to it. And that's why it's such a wonderful book.
Thank you.
Because you really, that's something you really wanted to do.
It is. And I felt like God was giving me the time, because otherwise I'd be in the streets, I'd be traveling, I'm like trying to book a flight to go someplace else. And when COVID happened, nobody could go anywhere. And I just felt like this is that break that you were looking for, that time to get the book, because the book was in my head. It was there. The characters were there, the title was there, all of that. But when COVID happened, I really just couldn't see myself coming out of that pause without something to show for it.
So you have a good product. So what you plan to do now with the book? Are you gonna put in a series or movie or what?
So the book's a series. Okay. Potentially Zayd will live again. We're not sure. But definitely a movie. Yeah. Either like an episodic type, TV show,
Okay.
which I think I've got enough content
Yeah,
to do.
yeah.
So definitely in negotiations at this point to get that done.
Yeah, I can see it's a series like 8 parts or something, not no 1 hour.
No,
It's too
no,
much. It's too much.
it's too
It's
much.
for it to put in an hour.
Right. We would have to condense it so much. And the real readers, as I call them, my ranchers,
Oh,
they would not appreciate it.
we got a name.
I know. Oh, well, Lawana, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and having this conversation with me.
It's
and bringing me tea cake.
Tea cake. They're not in the box. But you just getting some now. They're not in the box.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, thank you for allowing me to be a beta reader, because it was an honor to actually be the first one to read the books and know what was going to happen and everything, and then put my little take, like, okay, we need to change this. What you think about this next? So it made me feel good. That it was an honor that you asked me to even do it.
Well, and because of you, I had a built-in audience with the book club.
Yes.
And I got a chance to showcase my book 3 different occasions, each book. So that was a real highlight for me, and I appreciate you setting me up to be able to have that opportunity. So thank you, my dear.
Yes, and I was ready for the next one.
Yay! So let's have one more toast to the rancher in Stilettos.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.